came here. How many years back?
26.
26 years back. So time is flying, and we are approaching to death. Before the end of our life comes, we have to approach Krishna. We have to come close to Krishna. This is the purpose of life. In this human form of life, we are busy in doing so many things. But our first and foremost business is to re-establish our forgotten relationship with Krishna. These bodies are given to us by Krishna only for this purpose. And due to this, our different kind of material activities, we are afraid, we are not happy. Our minds are disturbed. And we have become very fearful. Fear is not good. Anybody who is fearful, he is not happy, his life is not happy. So, we have to become fearless. And how we can become fearless? It is explained by one Vaishnava devotee. This great Vaishnava, Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj, he is addressing to his own mind, but we have to learn a lesson from this. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanar Brindare Bhaja Bhajahu re mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanana Brindare Bhajahu Durlabh Manav Janam Sat Sangha Durlabh Manav Janam Sat Sangha Tarahayae Bhav Sindhure Tarahaya Avaya Charanara Brindare Avaya Shita Atap Bat Barisan Shita E din Yamini Jagire Shit Atap Bat Barisan Shit E din Yamini Jagire Bifal se binu kripan durjana Bifal se binu kripan durjana चपल सुख लब लागी रे, चपल सुख अभय चरणर वृंद रे। ए धन यौवन पुत्र परिजन, ए धन इति के आछे परती तीरे, ए धन यौवन पुत्र परिजन, इति के आचे परती तीरे, कमल दल जल जीवन टलमल, कमल दल जल जीवन टलमल, भजहु हरि पद नीति रे, भजहु हरि अभय चरणर वृंद रे, भजहु रे मना श्री नंदनंदन, अभय चरणर वृंद रे, भजहु अभय चरणर वृंद रे, श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण बंदन, श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण बंदन, पाद सेवन दास रे, पूजन सखी जन आत्म निवेदन, पूजन सखी जन आत्म निवेदन, गोविंद दास अभिलाष रे, गोविंद दास अभय चरणर वृंद रे, अभय चरणर वृंद रे। जय नंद नंदन, जय नंद नंदन, जय नंद नंदन, जय नंद नंदन, जय जशोदा नंदन, जय जशोदा नंदन, जय देवकी नंदन, जय देवकी नंदन, जय सच्ची नंदन, जय सच्ची नंदन, हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Haribol, louder everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder, louder, everyone. जोर से बोलो. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Everybody. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Jai Govinda, Jai Govinda, Jai Govinda, Jai Govinda. Jai Gopal, Jai Gopal, Jai Gopal, Jai Gopal. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribol, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribol, Haribol. Jaya Nanda Nandan, Nanda Nandan, Nanda Nandan, Jaya Nanda Nandan. Haribol, Haribol. Jaya Jashoda Nandan, Jashoda Nandan, Jashoda Nandan, Jaya Jashoda Nandan. Jaya Devaki Nandan, Devaki Nandan, Devaki Nandan, Jaya Devaki Nandan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol, Haribol. Haribol, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai. Nitai Gauranga, Gaur Hare. Jaya Sati Nandan, Gaur Hare, Jaya Patita Pavan, Gaur Hare. Nitai Gaur Hariba, Hariba, Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gaur Hariba. Nitai Gaur Hariba, Hariba, Haribo, Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya. Everybody hands up. Nitai Gaur Premanande. 2 times Hari Hari bol louder. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Nitai Gaur Premanande. 2 times Hari Hari bol, not 1 time. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari bol. Now everybody will jump and touch the sky. Yeah, roof is very close. Hari bol! Hari bol! Hari bol! Hari bol! Gaur Hari Bhagavan ki. Bolo Nanda Nandana ki. Dear devotees, as no talking please, quiet, Hare Krishna, no talking. As all of you know, Janmashtami is coming, the appearance day of Nanda Nandan. You know, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Meaning there are so many small gods, but Krishna is the head of all the gods. He is Godhead. He is the source of everything. So he appeared in this earth in Vrindavan about 5,000 years back. So Janmashtami is being celebrated all over the world, and here in Guyana and Maika also. You have to celebrate with pomp and show, and you know it is mentioned in the scripture, we must celebrate this, Krishna's appearance, Ram's appearance, Chaitanya's appearance. Then this way we are spiritually benefited. So in this song, the solution of all the problem is there. Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj, a great Vaishnava. Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj ki, a great Vaishnava. He was given the title of Kaviraj, head of the poets. king of the poets. He's saying, he's addressing to his mind. But actually this is the problem of all of us. He's saying, Bhajuhu re mana Sri Nandanandan. My dear mind, you just worship the lotus feet of Nanda Maharaj. Devotees, remember one thing. When you call Krishna Nandanandan, he likes that very much. If you call him Yashodanandan, he likes. There was one Muslim devotee of Krishna. He has mentioned something about Krishna. यारो सुनो दादाजी के लुटैया का बालपन, ओ मधुपुरी नगर के बसैया का बालपन, बन बन में ग्वाल गाँव में चरैया का बालपन, क्या क्या कहूँ मैं कृष्ण कन्हैया का बालपन, कहने को सुत नंद जसोदा के आप थे, वरना वो आप ही माई थे और आप ही बाप थे, पर्दे में बालपन के ये उनके मिलाप थे, ज्योति स्वरूप कहिए जो सिने आप थे, ऐसा था बांसुरी के बजैया का बालपन, क्या क्या कहूँ मैं कृष्ण के नहीं. See the understanding of a Muslim devotee. Soul is neither Hindu nor Muslim, nor Brahman, nor Kshatri, nor Vaishya, nor Shudra. Soul is a part and parcel of Sri Krishna. Same soul is there in everybody. Lord Chaitanya, he has finished the barrier of this, caste, color and creeds. Lord Chaitanya said, Kive Vipra, Kive Nyasi, Shudra Kene Naya, Jai Krishna Tattveta, Sai Guru Haya. Kive Vipra, what do you speak of a Brahman, sannyasi, or a Shudra, fourth class, or a barber, hair cutter. Anyone who knows the science of Krishna, he is fit to be a spiritual master. He can become Guru. So, no caste, color and creed. Anybody who worships Krishna, he is above all this body designation. Sarvapadi vinara muktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. So when we worship Krishna, we elevate ourselves spiritually. So Srila Govinda Kaviraj Das Maharaj is saying, my dear mind, just worship the son of Nanda Maharaj. Bhajagure mana Sri Nanda Nandan. Why? What will happen then? Abhaya Charana, you will become fearless. But we have to worship, how to worship Krishna? No ulterior motive. Krishna is teaching in the role of his own devotee Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how to worship him as Krishna. He is saying, Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitamba jagadish kame mama janmani ishvare bhavatad bhaktir ahitu gitoi. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth. We are all after money. Prabhupada used to say, money is honey. Many people think money. No money. Na dhanam, I don't want money. Janam. If one is Guru, he wants so many followers. It's very dangerous. If one cannot deliver his follower, then both are in hell, Guru and Chela. There is one happening, Balvacharya. Balvacharya is one sampradaya. Today we were hearing about Balvacharya that he worshipped Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, worship his 4 lotus feet, took the Charnamrita. Vallabhacharya was having a prakarma for Vrindavan. Different places here, Krishna performed this pastime, here this pastime, with his followers. While performing parikrama, he saw one python, very big python. Everybody understand python? Snake. So many ants are biting this python, they are biting him. He cannot do anything, big python body. When Vallabhacharya saw this, he sat down near the python and told his followers, you go, I will stay here. I said, why? He said, you see this python? Yes. He was a guru in his previous life. And see, so many ants are eating him. They were all his disciples. He couldn't deliver himself, nor his disciples. Now he has become python and they have become ants eating him. So very risky situation. That's why Lord Gauranga is warning us. Na dhanam, na janam. I don't want money. I don't want followers. Janam, no followers. Sundarim, another big problem is a woman. Woman should be seen as our mother. She has given us the birth. But we see women in a different angle, which is not good. Women should be respected. Lord Chaitanya is warning. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, no beautiful woman. Kavitam, I don't want to become a big orator also, big poet also. Then what do you want? I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. I keep on serving you, my Lord, nothing in return. This is the gift of Srila Prabhupada to the whole world. Causeless devotional service. In the Bhagavatam also it is mentioned. Save pumso paro dharmo harivol yato bhaktir adhokshade ahituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. Devotional service to the Supreme Lord must be unmotivated and uninterrupted. No motivation, no interruption. And this way, if we worship Krishna, then we can return back home. Otherwise, we will keep on hanging around. The supreme occupation dharma for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Everybody attains this loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Transcendental Lord is only one, and He is Krishna. Unto the transcendental Lord, such a devotion service must be unmotivated, no motivation. If I am performing, like Prabhupada in one letter is mentioned, that, can you give me that quote, Prabhupada's quote? I will read that quote for you. Must be devotion service unto, must be unmotivated, no motivation. No motivation, no interruption. No. That na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Kavitam ba jagadishkam. If you perform devotional service and take some money, Prabhupada is trying to help us, but we should be ready to take the help of Srila Prabhupada. And devotees remember, at present Prabhupada has no match, and don't think Prabhupada is no more here. Like deities form, Krishna is here, Prabhupada is here also, deities form. If disciple accept money for this service, he does for the spiritual master. Prabhupada's words. Letter to Bali Mardan, 14th August 1974. If disciple accepts money for the service, disciple accepts money for the service he does for the spiritual master, then that money is only he is going to get. Only he will get that money, but nothing else. Devotees, we want Krishna this lifetime. Because only Krishna can stop the cycle of birth and death. Nobody else. Lord Shiva is the chief of all the demigods, and he is recommending, what is his recommendation? Na dhanam na janam na no. Bhaj Govindam, Govindam bhaj mudmate. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shainam, iha sansare, bahudustare, kripai pare, pahi murare. Bhaj Govindam, Govindam bhaj mudmate. Lord Shiva is calling us fool, oh fool, you are taking birth again and again, dying again and again, coming in the womb of your mother again and again. This is the bad effect of this material world. Now, while in this body, you worship Govinda. You worship Govinda. You worship Govinda, you worship only Govinda, nobody else. Who is saying? Chief of demigods, Lord Shiva. Only Lord Shiva can stop your cycle of birth and death. Devotees, Srila Govindas Maharaj is saying, Bhajagure mana Sri Nanda Nandan. My dear mind, you just worship the son of Nanda Maharaj. And then what will happen? You will become fearless, no fear. Prabhupada used to say, Prabhupada said in one quote, culprit mind is always suspicious. Culprit mind is never peaceful. So we have to cleanse the mirror of our heart. All of our members are giving voluntary service. So they should always be encouraged in their service attitude. Devotional service, we are not here permanent. In this material, we are not going to live forever. We are here maximum for 100 years. So while we are here, our only business is to perform devotional service to the Supreme Lord. And the supreme occupation dharma for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such a devotional service must be no choice, must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. Self can only be satisfied if we render pure devotional service to the Lord. This what Das Govinda Das Kaviraj Maharaj is saying, my dear mind, worship the lotus feet of Nanda Maharaj. Bhaj Hure Mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vrindare. You worship the lotus feet of Nanda Maharaj. Then what will happen? You will become the fearless. Right now, we have so much fear. We are very fearful, and especially we are fearful of death. But death is inevitable. Nobody can avoid death. One day death has to come. So, how we can become fearful, fearless? Why we are fearful? Because we are busy in sense gratification. And if we engage ourselves unto the devotional service of the Supreme Lord selflessly, nothing in return, only we work for the Lord, for His pleasure, then we will become fearless. I have seen one fearless personality. Many of you may know him. Any of you know it? Fearless personality, who was that?
Srila Prabhupada.
Yes. Once Prabhupada was speaking in US. So many Americans were sitting, only Prabhupada alone sitting and speaking. He said, your civilization is the civilization of cats and dogs. Can anybody say to and can anybody dare to say to these two in this country? Many got furious. How you say? Prabhupada proved. Your civilization, cats and dogs. You know, when boy is sent to the school, it's not his father, mother's name is given. Nobody knows which father. His mother has few husbands, from which he is born, nobody knows. So it's cats and dogs civilization. So to say this, you need the guts. And Prabhupada was fearless devotee of the Lord. He was not fearful of anyone. And by his mercy, I have personally seen him. He has given me his personal association. Very soon I joined the movement. Immediately he gave me the initiation. First and second together, then little later, sannyas. So devotees, we have to become fearless because one very big test is approaching for all of us. Anybody knows here in Micah what is that test? Raise your hand if anybody knows from Micah. What test is approaching very fast? Nobody knows. Then how you will pass that test? If you don't know what is that test, how you are going to pass? Now listen from me and remember this. That test is departing from this material world. That time nobody can help no one. And only as it is recommended by Lord Shiva, only Govinda, Krishna can help you. He is saying worship Govinda, worship Govinda, worship only Govinda, nobody else. So Krishna can only help. And that is the purpose of life. And to worship Krishna, we should be devotional service, we should be unmotivated, uninterrupted. Like Lord Chaitanya, na dhanam na janam na sundarev, kavitam va jagadish kame, mam janmani janmani ishware bhavatad bhakti ahitu vitui. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers, nor do I want to become a big orator. Then what do you want? I only want your causeless devotional service. Birth after birth, no cause, only your service. Then only we can be delivered from the cycle of birth and death. Devotees, this is the purpose of life. Purpose of life is not to make a permanent home in a temporary miserable material world. It doesn't matter in Micah or Guyana or Trinidad or Suriname or India or anywhere. Everywhere it is temporary. We should be busy trying to re-establish our forgotten relationship with Krishna. And that is possible by chanting Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
What is going to happen by chanting? Like, we bathe every day with soap and water, cleans our body. Body is clean. We wash our clothes with soap and water. Clothes are clean. But can we wipe our mind with soap and water? Eh? Can we? Maybe in Mica, in Guyana. Nowhere we can do that. How the mirror of our heart can be cleansed? Only by the chanting of the holy name, with the love and devotion. You know why there is a chaos all over the world? Because people have no devotion. When there is no devotion, then there is no emotion, no bhav. When there is no emotion, then only commotion. Problem. When there is only commotion, then there will be no promotion to the spiritual world. And one should remember this notion. So Prabhupada gave for our peaceful life, to have a peaceful life, but become the devotee of Krishna. Prabhupada was himself not pure devotee. When he said no, I said no, he was not pure devotee. What he was? He was more than pure. He was transcendental personality. He was an incarnation sent by Krishna to help us from going to the hell. But now we have to follow the teachings of Prabhupada as it is, without any adulteration, without any change. Sometimes people think, I think like this, I think like that. Prabhupada says, who are you to think like this and like that? What is your credential? We are conditioned souls, Prabhupada, pure devotee, presenting the scripture as it is. And we have to take them as it is, without any change. Then only, there is another kirtan going on.
There is Madrasi Mandir
Close by.
Kali worship.
Kali worship. They are worshipping Mother Kali this time.
Yeah, and they from
So, devotees, we should serve Krishna with love and devotion. Then there will be a promotion to the spiritual world. Not otherwise. So here, Srila Kabiraj Maharaj is saying, Srila Govindas Kabiraj Maharaj is saying that, my dear mind, just worship the lotus feet of Nanda Maharaj. Bhajo Re Mana Shri Nanda. And this is the moment which Prabhupada started, registered this movement 1966 in New York. And he, within short time, it spread this movement everywhere. O mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda. The lotus feet of son of Nanda are transcendental. By worshipping the lotus feet, what is going to happen? Which make one fearless, no more fear. Little discussion how to worship his lotus feet. Unmotivated, no motivation, no interruption. Having obtained this rare human birth, devotee, this body is very, very rare. It's very difficult to attain the human body. It's not that very easily one can attain human birth, no. Cross over the ocean of worldly existence. Through this body, we are not supposed to make a permanent home in a temporary material world. No. Cross over this ocean of worldly existence. We have to do this. Through the association of saintly person. At present, only one saintly person is Srila Prabhupada. who alone spread this Krishna consciousness all over the world. And if we catch hold to his lotus feet, by his mercy, by his grace, we can also progress further. But if I am not selfless, if I have material desires, if I am serving Krishna for some ulterior motive, then there will be no progress. Progress is needed, and that is only possible when no motivation, no interruption. Day and night I remain sleepless. Why? Suffering heat and cold. Suffering heat and cold and mosquitoes. In your Guyana, there's so many mosquitoes, And your Guyanese mosquitoes, actually all the mosquitoes, they love me very much. They come and bite me all over. Whenever I sit, they come and bite. Morning, give the lecture, mosquitoes, feet, they bite, like anything. And so many are associated with me in the room. When I sit there, they're coming and biting. So this suffering. This suffering. Day and night I remain sleepless, suffering, heat and cold, mosquitoes, wind and rain, for a bit of flickering happiness. In this material world, happiness is very flickering, a bit of flickering happiness. I have vainly served wicked and miserly men. I served wicked and miserly men. Those who are only after money is money. Money, this saying is one in the Ramayana that money, son, wife, they have one who is sinful people. They also have money. They also have beautiful wife. Once when I was in Africa serving Prabhupada's mission, there I went one horse, I was taken driving person. They have to deliver the flowers there. So we went inside, a woman came, very decorated, so much gold, looks like very rich lady. When we came back, I looked at their door. There was a billboard. It's written, high class butcher. They are butchers, but high class. So, they have everything materially. But Sutdhara or Lakshmi ki, papi ke bhi hoye. Sant Samagam Hari Katha, meeting of saints like Srila Prabhupada and pastime of Hari. Sant Samagam Hari Katha, Tulsi Durlabh Doe. Tulsidas ji is saying, two are very, very rare. Meeting a saintly person like Srila Prabhupada and Sant and pastime of Lord Hari Krishna. The two things are very durlabh. Santa Samagam Hari Katha, Tulsi Durlabh Doe, Sut Dara or Lakshmi, Papi ke bhi hoye. A son, a beautiful wife, and wealth. Even a sinful man also has this, a butcher has this also. But only rare thing is, meeting of saintly persons like Srila Prabhupada, hearing the pastime of the Lord. These are very rare. So, Srila Kabiraj is saying, this life, what assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members. This life is a tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. Lotus petal. There's so many lotuses grows in your country. Some drop of water is there. Petal move a little, drop will fall down. Same way is our life. Srila Kaviraj Maharaj is describing. So don't look for happiness here. Just worship the lotus feet of Nanda Maharaj. Chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Because this human body is very rare to achieve. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nanda Nandan, Abhaya Charanara Vrindare. And when you worship Krishna selflessly, without any ulterior motive, then you will become fearless. No fear. You won't have any fear. Once we were in Chandigarh, there terrorism was going on there in those days in Punjab. One devotee came, He was a sannyasi. And he is very fearful. He slept in one room, asked 2-3 devotees to stay outside, sleep outside the room, So fearful. Fear is there, But we have to become fearless. We can only become fearless by worshipping the lotus feet of Nanda Maharaj. Like Srila Prabhupada. He was transcendental personality. No fear. I have seen this with my own eyes. What assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons, and family members? This life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. Always. Not sometime and then, always worship. 24 hours. Lord Chaitanya said, Uthite Vaisite. Repeat. Uthite Vaisite. Khaite Shuite. Eating or lying down. Yatha tatha naam le. Just chant. Desh kala niyam nahi. Sarva siddhi hoye. Naam Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare.
All the time worship, all the time chant Hare Krishna. People say we have no time, very busy, in business, If you're business, you drive car, while driving, drive the car with the hands, chant from the mouth, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. But don't do too much later. Stay, keep the steady state. Ladies, they have to cook. You make the chapatis here? No. Chapatis are made. Only rice. Roti is there. I have one devotee, he says, wherever we go, they only serve us rice, no roti. He likes roti. So when you make the rotis, Mataji, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Then take the roti, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. What is the difficulty? In any condition you can chant. There is one devotee, Gopal. Bolo Gopal Ji Maharaj ki. He was the associate of Lord Gauranga. Bolo Gaurang Mahaprabhu ki. When Gaurang Mahaprabhu used to go to toilet, Lord will hold his tongue like this. Gopal Ji inquired, my Lord, why you hold your tongue like this? Gopal, my tongue is used to chant all the time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. So it's a filthy place, I should not chant. So then Gopalji said, my lord, what would if somebody died then in that filthy place? He will go to hell. So then Gopal, we should not give up chanting. Then Lord immediately said, Gopal, you are my Guru. And then he was known as Gopal Guru. Bolo Gopal Guruji Maharaj ki. In any condition, we should not forget Krishna. In any condition, one can live. Death is inevitable. Krishna is saying, chapter 13, verse 9, Janma mritu jara vyadhi dukha dosha anudarshanam. Birth, death, old age, disease, see them. And you can only avoid by coming to my shelter. We have to come to the shelter of Krishna. So then in the end, he's saying, it is the desire and great longing of Govindas to engage himself in the 9 processes of devotional service, namely hearing the glories of the Lord Hari and chanting those glories, constantly remembering Hari. Constantly means always. And offering prayers to Hari, serving the Lord's lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as a servant, worship Him with flowers and incense and so forth. Serving Him as a friend and completely offering the Lord one's very self. So this is the purpose of life. Now Janmashtami is coming. All of you are good people. You please join Janmashtami Utsav and make it very successful. Whichever way you can help to make the celebration successful, do that and make your future bright. Thank you very much, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Any question anybody has? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much for being here this evening and to engage us so nicely. Early in the kirtan, I remember the early days, 26, 27 years ago, when we would travel through Guyana, cross Guyana, Suriname, sometimes Trinidad. It used to be like that. My question, Maharaj, I was thinking that you're saying unmotivated, uninterrupted.
No, I am not saying. Scriptures are saying. I'm repeating.
Yes,
I'm just repeating.
and then you're quoting Mahaprabhu Shrishtastakam.
Yeah.
I was thinking that a lot of the time we are thinking that we can plan out our lives, that we have time, that for now I will be doing like this and I will be doing the other, and then later on I will become like the way you're presenting or the scriptures are presenting. What does that mean? Does that mean another trick or snare of Maya, or that's a good plan?
That's not a good plan. It's a trick and snare of Maya. Maya is, our karmas are misguiding us. Who has seen the old age? Like I give you the example of one person in Kenya, and this person was very rich, and one devotee was distributing books. His name was Ramanuj Das. He stopped him. He said, take this book. I said, what about is this book? This book is about Krishna. He said, I don't believe in Krishna. Devotee was very intelligent. He said, it's all right, you don't believe in Krishna, but what is the harm reading book? He took the book. He took the book and read. And few days later he met again Ramanuja Das. He said, thank you very much. I was reluctant to take the book, but after reading that book my life is changed. For my whole life I was non-believer of God. After reading the book, no, I have decided after 6 months I'm going to join your mission. Devotee said, why not? No, why after 6 months? My daughter is studying in India, she will come, I will get her married. Some other liabilities are there. After 6 months, I will be free. Devotees, the true thing I'm telling you. What happened? He has some guest from London. He went to bid them farewell at the airport. By bidding them farewell, he bade farewell to himself. He had a heart attack there at the airport and died. Few days later. He's making plan of 6 months. He didn't know that 3 days later he's going to die. So this is Maya, impurity. That's why we should try to be serious. Suppose I have committed so many offenses. If I understand, okay, my Lord, please forgive me. Lord is very forgiving. He is very kind. In the case of Jagai and Vadai, they were so sinful rascals. Lord Nityananda forgave them, and Lord Chaitanya also forgave. They both became pure devotees. Who can be more fallen than Jagai and Vadai? You understand? Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Any other question or comments anybody has? Yes. Uh, oh, that's right.
Yes, Maharaj, how can we remember Krishna 24 hours a day?
You have to try. Try is the key of success. Remember two things. Mind is, very fickle. So Arjuna also expressed his inability to control the mind. Arjuna said, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna paramati balbhadranam tasya ham nagraham manne vayur eva sadushkaram. My Lord, mind is very obstinate, very difficult to control. One may be able to control the wind, but difficult to control the mind. What Lord said in the next verse, 6th chapter. Asamshayam mahabhago manodruni graham chalam. My dear mighty armed, mind is very difficult to control. It's very difficult. Then how to control? Lord said, Abhyasena tu kaunteya, vairagena chakri. Try, keep on practicing. You're sitting here, the mind is running there. Huh? He's going this side, that side. You bring him back here. He will go there again, bring. But you won't go, he cannot do anything. He will go and come back. So then gradually you will be able to control. And Vairagya. What is Vairagya? Think that one day I am going to die. I am not permanent here. I am temporary here. This way you will become regular and punctual. You understand? You're from Maika? What's your... Huh?
He is our host.
Oh, very good, very good. He has a voice like a girl's, huh? Say our host again, say something. Say something. Hare Krishna. You welcome. What is his name?
Your name? Body.
Thank you, body. Hare Krishna. Any other question or comments? If you have no other question, I have no answer. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Let us give huge Hari Bol. Hari Hari Bol. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj, once again to take your busy time out to be here with us for this evening Namata session here at Mahaika. In our midst this evening we have His Grace Paramahansa Prabhu.